No.
Why don't we do a take two?
Wait a minute, let's start again. Hello.
Hi, this is Ron Vodri.
This is Alex Nussbaum.
This is Jason Fraser.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Hey, this is Ray Zwicker.
All right, world. My name is Cal Post.
Guys, this is Christina Walkinshaw.
This is Eddie Delaseppe.
This is Adrian Spencer.
My name is Timo.
And you're listening to the Julian Dionne.
You're listening to the Julian Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
Who am I talking to? What am I doing?
Julian Dionne Comedy Hour.
You're listening to the...
Comedy hour. See, I took the word out comedy. Changes the meaning completely, doesn't it?
Days and not really, I'm overworking, but days and the holidays. Happy holidays. You're listening to the Julian Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
And aren't we all?
Now broadcasting live and totally uncensored, from Lemon Press Studio in the beautiful Gatineau Hills.
Project. I was like half asleep on the couch and now I'm projecting.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Potenza.
This is Gay Trevor Wilson.
This is Jean Paul, a.k.a. the Island Hipster, hashtag hipster business.
This is Steph Tola.
Hey, this is Jake Goldsby.
This is Sky Wallace.
Hey everybody, this is Erica Sigurdsson, aka Ricky Siggs.
Okay, hello. Hi.
This is Howard Wagman.
Hey, this is Peter Anthony, the PA system.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Some people that's my rap name.
This is Jen Grant and you're listening to the Julian Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
We're sorry.
Show.
You and me belong, just like the flowers, laughing all day long. People, I need you loose. Sing a little song, then take a shower. Julian Dionne.
It's a show. It's not an hour. It's a show. It's okay.
Such a beautiful waste of time. A waste of time.
Yeah, that is.
A beautiful waste of time. A waste of time.
To the Julian Dionne Show with Jen Grant.
I went to school. Yeah,
coming at you with a brand new episode on a Wednesday, September 8th. Episode 428. No, 429. Thank you. Our friend and yours, the lovely and talented, the hilarious, always good to catch up with comedian Matt Carter. Will join us in about 20 minutes or so, and I do mean us. Jen is here. I don't know where. She's around somewhere, running around. A unique property of this podcast is, of course, that we are live. We live stream this bad boy. So, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button, as the kids say. Subscribe, click the little bell. A lot of steps to take part in the full experience of the show, but you know what? It's worth it. It makes all the difference in the world. If you're watching on Facebook, give this the old share, skipoo. And of course, I say this every time because this one makes a big difference. If you're listening on Apple Podcast, please, Sigida, give us a share. Or no, sorry. I messed it all up. Apple Podcasts, leave a review. It makes all the difference in the world. There. Why am I talking like that? In the world. Facebook. Yeah, I don't talk like that in real life. What am I doing? And of course, broadcasting to you from Lemon Press Studios in the beautiful Gatineau Hills. Hey. This is a new thing for you, showing up, just dropping in whenever. Whenever you're ready, Jenny. Thank you for the ice water. I know if you were mic'd right now, you'd say, well, I was getting us waters. That's Jen's tactic. If she does something and she's running behind or anything, I point it out. Then she right away retorts with a chore she's been doing for both of us, to both of our benefits. So, hello. Come on in. No, oh, your mic is... no, that wasn't... I didn't hear anything for some reason. Are you on? Is this thing on? Why, what's going on? You got up early? Oh, something happened. I don't know. You came on, and all of a sudden the whole screen turned yellow. I don't know if it's that blue shirt or... Anyway, good morning. Can you say something into the microphone?
Morning.
I just want to make sure you're...
Good morning, friends.
All right. You are on. What's up?
Why do we have your giant noggin right here?
Oh, because that's going to be Matt Carter's giant noggin soon. That's just ready. That's on the Zoom screen, of course.
Got it.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I don't think anyone cares.
No, I know. Just pointing it out. Wow, we just broke the fifth wall. Anyway, yes, Matt Carter will be calling in shortly in about 14 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 16, 17, 20, 30 minutes. There, settle in, Jenny. You're here, finally. The looks, the beauty of the show has arrived. I don't know why that was a laugh.
It seems like you don't mean it.
Reality. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good morning. You missed the Sigida. You missed. This is the third or fourth show in a row. You show up frantic, pop in,
can I just
disheveled.
Can I just be? Hey,
I'm just kidding.
Can I just be
honest?
Honest here.
Go ahead.
Oh, Julian Dionne says good morning.
Julian Dionne says good morning.
Yeah, is that you?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
I just posted on Restream.
Wait. Oh no, but you posted you posted good morning with a coffee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it replied as me.
That's really weird. It never ever has before.
Is someone on my Twitter? Well, feel free to enjoy all the retweets.
To be fair, you 98% of the time never start before 10 after 10.
What time do we go live?
10.
What time does the show go live?
Well, I would wait. What's the question? What time do we end up going live?
No. What time is the show scheduled to go live? Monday to Friday Eastern.
10.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
When does it usually end up starting?
I mean,
where I need to be on camera.
It has varied, but it's been since like 4 or 5 times since we started at 10 a.m. It's been often right.
It's not like I'm up picking my ass. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I was just
No.
Yeah, but. So it's still scheduled at 10. But you're right. It's my fault. This is what happens when you train people to be late.
Right. And it's not like I'm not doing anything. I'm preparing.
It's like when you produce a comedy show.
But I'm upstairs and I have to bring the animals down. I gotta
the chore
barricade
thing.
them.
I told you.
It's true.
No, I know, but
so
still,
I don't want to waste.
Yeah,
my
but
time.
you get up at like 6 a.m. You can't be here by 10.
Whoops.
Oh my God, that scared the crap. I thought I was having a dissociative experience. Dissociative. Anyway, yeah, it's the same like when you produce comedy shows. If you have to start on time, even if there's nobody there or fewer people or people are chat. Because anyway, you'll train people. But all that to say,
you fuck off.
Oops,
you fuck off.
Wrong button.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Nice try, Darren.
That's awesome.
Did I mention that?
Nice try, Darren.
Matt Carter is our guest today.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. I kept thinking back of yesterday's riff session on the names we had. We were trying to find for the male equivalent of Karen, and our riffing sometimes is. You go back and listen. We're like, because we have thoughts in our head, but we both don't say it because we want the good thoughts only to come out loud, so we sound good. But instead, we end up being like, I don't know.
I think I pointed that out yesterday.
You did, but I re-listened to it, and it's hilarious. I'm just re-pointing it out today.
Hilarious.
Is that okay?
No.
Why did you make the screen yellow? All of a sudden you came on. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
No, not that one. This one. Did you see?
Mm-hmm.
Or on in front of you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jenny.
It doesn't bother me though, but
What doesn't bother you?
the yellow. Does it bother you?
No.
Anyway.
This is a total me move. Me though, this is what I would do if a woman won 430,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? I don't know. Like, do you double it in Canadian almost?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what is that? Like
860?
800 and change grand on a scratch ticket. The employee at the convenience store saw that she won, handed it to the manager to double check it. The manager double checked that it won, and the guy took the ticket, the original employee, and hopped on a scooter and scooted off, and he's now at large.
Oh my God.
I would do that.
That would be very tempting.
If I would be at a convenience store in the Italian hills and I had a scooter and or anywhere for that matter. I'm just putting myself in this guy's situation.
I love how the Italian hills would make you do that. Like,
Well, you just you feel like you could get away faster in the winding roads of Italy. But so I would totally do that. I'd be like, so I'm actually holding 500 grand in my, because it's not like 20 grand, but 500 is enough to.
it's short-sighted though, because as we know, they can track everything.
It's all tracked. There's no way this guy he can't do anything with this
No,
thing.
he
There's
can't.
nothing, which is unfortunate, but it is very short-sighted. I wonder if you realize that. I wonder if you get on the scooter, wee, take off, and then it hits you.
There's the Sigida, but a Hagida. It's like a
you're
Sigida's cousin.
Kick-starting a scooter. And then you're like,
Everything is
oh,
Hagida.
I can't do. Or when do you realize? Because at some point you are going to realize you can't do anything with that ticket. Is it when you go to cash it in another Italian town, an old sleepy village?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so there's a manhunt 2 days after the incident. The suspect. Oh, he was stopped by police at Rome's, and he tried to board a flight to the Canary Islands. What would you do with it when they found him? Did not have the winning scratch card with him.
You can't get away with stuff like with lottery because they monitor that stuff so closely. Remember that story? I love that story about the construction workers.
Yeah.
Love that story. Briefly, this is what happened. This guy had been buying tickets for him and his friends that they all were buddies, and they would do it as a group ticket kind of thing. And then one of the tickets actually won, but the whole winning was suspicious according to 649, like the lottery board.
Yeah.
They thought it was suspicious because the ticket was won by a store owner. And I'm sure when that happens, you have to be very, very careful about making sure that they actually won. Because when the guy went in to check his tickets, it was a winner, but the person at the store didn't tell them and just kept the prize for themselves. Anyway, they did an investigation. It was years before. And the guy who tells the story, it was such a great story. And he was so broke. He was on the brink of disastrous situation financially. And they found out, in fact, it really was theirs. And it was years later. It was their ticket. And they had won a lot of money. But they can track all that. They can track all that.
Of course they can.
And they put it on the news saying, hey, were you... This is how they found out. Hey, if you buy lottery tickets, if you live in this vicinity of a city and could have bought a ticket at around this time, because picture it, say this week I bought a winning lottery ticket.
Yeah.
I go in and I check it and everything. And then years go by. I mean, how do they track that? It's very difficult, but they did eventually find the person and they were ecstatic. Imagine, wouldn't that be very exciting?
That would be. If someone showed up right now, they're like, in 2011, you bought a lottery ticket. We actually owe you.
Still obsessed with this Italian stuff.
We owe you $44 million. Yeah, no, this guy actually went. He drove 2 hours away in a scooter, put it in a bank, And when he was arrested, he didn't have the ticket, and he actually claimed that it was his. It was a misunderstanding. The jumping on the scooter was just an accident.
Yeah, it's just,
And running
just
off.
unfortunate timing.
He actually wants to sue the old lady for libel because he says it's his and it was all just a big misunderstanding, but they blocked the winnings and nobody's going to win the money. Nobody gets it now until they get to the bottom of the investigation. There you go.
We're going to put everyone in the corner.
That is my move. I would totally do that. Very short-sighted. That's who I am.
Oh.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
I just did this the whole time. The money sign.
Oh, yeah. The money sign. Sorry, I know it's too loud.
Jeez.
That one is too loud on the board. I have to turn it way down.
You think? Here's your daily dose for Wednesday, September 8th. Wowee. Time is flying, eh?
Yes.
Good morning, Wendy. So, police in London, Ontario are looking into that gravel throwing incident. Remember yesterday I was talking about how isn't our security even present, or why are we not talking and making these people accountable that are throwing gravel at the leader of our country?
Yeah.
So they are looking into it. Police are looking into it. Trudeau says that harassment and intimidation. Trudeau says harassment and intimidation and physical violence is not just happening at political rallies. Similar incidents outside hospitals across Canada recently have also been happening. He says that retail workers and restaurant staff have also been targets for abuse from anti-maskers for months. So it's not just him. And I think he's his response to all these things is basically trying to make Canada realize Canada, his image, he doesn't want people to think that, oh, everybody hates me, because he has to be reelected.
Right.
He's like, the reason people are doing this is because they're on the periphery. They're these group of people that are anti-maskers, anti-vasker. And they're like a small, inappropriate group of people that don't know how to express themselves properly. I heard on the news today they were asking a doctor whether Halloween will happen because of COVID, because it was canceled last year. It was banned, but a lot of people are saying, first of all, they're not saying whether they're going to cancel Halloween or not just yet because it's still too early. But they are saying that many people argue, well, if school is happening, why couldn't you have Halloween? I mean, you could also argue it's the one time you actually have a mask on because you have a costume on.
Yeah, but then you have to worry about people putting COVID in the candy bars.
Candy bars. No one even calls it candy.
Well, we have
It's so
American listeners, so...
Oh, gosh. So Britney Spears' dad, James Spears, filed his petition and is to end the conservatorship in the LA Superior Court. So I guess the petition from Britney Spears' attorney to remove him was to be heard next, at the end of September. But I guess her dad just said, no, take me off of it.
Take me off of it?
Yeah, this is not going to, I'm not going to do this anymore. Just get me off. Good news about two people.
I sort of don't understand that, but...
Well, because they were going to have to go to court and make it official, but he actually just said, here, take it. Instead of forcing him, he's just decided to let go of it. Good news for pregnant women and nursing women. Maternal antibodies, for the cold and flu and chickenpox, are transferred through the placenta, umbilical cord, and breast milk, which gives newborn babies passive immunity and protection in the first few months of life. But they do say now that they're finding that the vaccine, a new series of studies, show that those who are pregnant or breastfeeding can pass on high levels of valuable antibodies against COVID to their babies through vaccination and natural immunity, potentially protecting their infants from disease. Dr. Joseph New, a neonatologist, says one of the issues that a lot of pregnant women and lactating women have is that if they got vaccinated, that this might be hurtful to their baby. Studies have shown to add to existing research that vaccines are not only safe for those who are pregnant, but also can add benefits for the baby as well.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
That's a really long soundboard.
I know, but it's because he just said
wait.
studies, so
Okay.
it kind of fit. He said studies. It doesn't.
Speaking in that theme of COVID, which I know you're annoyed about talking about it, but it is part
Whatever.
of life.
Is there even a fourth wave that people were talking about? Are we in it, or is it coming?
Hear this.
Hear this.
Hear
Oh,
this.
this should be your new segment.
Hear this. Hear ye, hear ye. So,
Oops.
almost 5,000.
Time now for Hear This with Jen Grant. Go ahead.
Almost 5,000
Sorry.
new positive COVID cases are in Alberta. 5,000. And there's 17 deaths.
Okay.
So there's a doctor saying that this is by far the worst
That it's been?
in Alberta.
Oh, yeah?
He said this fourth wave is going to be by far the worst they've experienced. Because he said, and he said it well, he said they are 17 preventable deaths.
Right.
Like that, those people did not have to die. They strongly believe that government needs to put preventative measures and restrictions, and to go back to the way we were in the first wave, where we had online learning and no indoor dining for Alberta, not here. But it's really bad, I guess, because not enough people are vaccinated out there. Like, that's the worst province. Interesting story here. I don't know if you remember, but I'm pretty sure this is the same story that I talked about before. The Bank of Montreal is going to refund an Ottawa woman for more than $26,000. Saida Nazma Yusuf had never set up online banking. She's 66. She just prefers to go into the bank, and good for her. So when $23,716 was transferred out of her account via e-transfer and bill payments and a prepaid CIBC Visa card last spring, they knew something was wrong. So anyway, the family told BMO the bank was refused to reimburse the money, saying that there was inconsistent information and, just flat out refused. And now they just kept pursuing it, pushing for it, contacted CBCs, they have that
like on your
public
side
or whatever, public,
Yeah.
go public. And now they're going to get the money back. But that is pretty scary, eh? That's the thing about technology. Hackers are it's really out there, and if you don't keep an eye on your account, really, if you think about it, if you were a really smart hacker and you could get into everyone's account and just take $1 out of a million people's accounts,
I would never notice.
Exactly.
If the dollar went missing.
I know.
Maybe that's what I should do. Just hack people. Should I be a hacker?
No.
Why not? You stay here, be in the studio, hack people, $1 here, $1 there. I'd come upstairs for dinner, be like, yeah, I made $1,100 today. Stole $1,100 from innocent people.
No way. It would be so not worth it.
Hard
you'd
day's
for sure
work.
be
I'd
caught.
have charts here in the office. I'd make it a whole thing.
It would be, you'd be caught and it would suck. You'd be in jail and it would just suck. Anyway, animals are shape-shifting because of climate change. Animals are getting larger beaks, legs, and ears that allow them to better regulate their body temperatures.
Isn't that just evolution?
They do say that
wouldn't
it's hard to...
shape-shifting imply that they change the shape and come back to the shape?
It's a cute headline. That's
Got
all.
it.
Calm down. But they can't prove it. They do think that it's quite compelling, and they do think that it's...
So they just think animals are shape-shifting.
Well, not every study is absolutely quantitative. You know what I mean? It's not like causal. They... Oh my God, do that again and look at the monitor. Anyways, so they think that it's quite possible that the animals...
That
What?
ooh was for the causal.
Why?
I don't know. It's the use of causal.
It's my university lingo, right? So yeah, the biggest shifts are in the Australian parrot species. The beak size increased 4% to 10% on average since 1871, which I think is hilarious because that's a long time ago.
I just love that there's someone that's their job.
I know.
Like you wake up, you're like thinking of parrot beats since the 70s. Beaks. You know what I meant.
What would you like? What would you prefer to do? Would you prefer to be a hack hacker that takes $1 out of 1 million people's accounts, or do you want to get paid, let's say, $120,000 a year to observe beak sizes?
Hacker parrots bite and stuff, and they shit in it.
Yeah, but you could go to jail for being a hacker. All you have to do is observe beaks for $120,000.
Yeah, I would take that gig.
Well, yeah. Anyways, stop rushing. I can tell you're rushing me.
Well, that was just Matt. Can you see that Matt is in the waiting room?
What time is it? Okay, well,
10:25.
Well, I didn't know. I thought it was at 10:30 he's coming.
10:25. But go ahead. It's just because I have to drive to Quebec after, but no, finish. I didn't.
Right,
I'm not rushing.
Story.
It's just
but it's a fun.
That question was so obvious. Would you take 120? Would you take 10 grand a month to watch parrot beaks grow? I mean, yes.
Anyways,
of course.
Okay, well,
it's like, hey, would you take $5 million a year to watch movies and give us your opinion on movies?
Okay, jerk face. I thought you were in a rush. We have time to make me feel like shit.
Make you feel like shit. You know, I love you.
Do you want to talk about the last story with Matt? Maybe.
What's the last story? Yeah, let's do it.
Kind of weird.
Let's bring him in then.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to do the jingle. It's okay.
No, we'll do it with Matt, and he can dance on screen with us.
Oh my God! Okay, poor Matt.
All right, let's go to him then. Here he is, I believe. Let's admit him. It's a very, very dramatic term. Admit him into the room. He should pop up on the screen. I thought I admitted him. Did I admit him? Oh, hold on. View, speaker view, pin the view. There he is. Hold on, let me pin it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need to pin it. There's only one speaker. And there he is.
Hello.
Matthew.
Hello.
Carter. Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Good morning. What are you up to? How you feeling? Did you sleep? Are you working right now? Nights? Did you sleep? Are you off? What are you up to?
What are you trying to say? Do I look like hey? Yes, I did actually work an overnight shift last night. I finished at 4:00 in the morning, and but today was my son's first day of daycare.
Hey, no way. Oh, actually, Matt, can you do me a favor? Can you sign out and sign back on? And when it says internet audio or phone audio, use internet audio, because right now it sounds like a phone call or something. It sounds a little muffled.
Okay.
So just,
you want me to leave the conversation?
Yeah, leave. And when it connects your audio, just choose internet audio or something like that, or over Wi-Fi. It's going to ask you two things, because it right now, doesn't it sound like a phone call?
Yep.
Yeah. So
all right, let me try this.
Leave and come back. Yeah, Matt has 2 kids and his firstborn, and they're close apart. I mean, I'll get specific ages, but vamping. Yeah, but you know when you sign on to Zoom and it asks you, there's like 2 audio options. I think he called in.
Right.
So it came in like as a phone call. It just sounded weird. Anyway, if he does that again for some reason, we'll just accept it.
Yeah, it didn't sound that bad.
No, as reality check 1, 2, admitting him.
What does FTW mean?
For the win? Matt, okay, and right now he's connecting his audio.
How did I not know
so
that?
choose
I've never heard
I think internet audio or Wi-Fi audio or.
Are we all right?
Yeah.
Same?
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's the same, but you know what? It's all right. It's
not terrible.
No, it's not terrible. It just sounds like a phone call instead of yeah, it
like
doesn't
a
matter.
real thing. Maybe I could get rid of my AirPods. Is that a problem?
No, I think we're good.
No, I think that's good.
Is that better?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
what was
Oh
that?
my God, yeah, way better.
Whoa.
What was that?
All right.
What'd you do?
I was using my AirPods because I wanted to be professional, because I was watching the news at my parents' house this weekend.
Yeah,
and the man on the street piece that they kicked to, he was wearing his AirPods, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he's listening to a podcast right now. I've never seen the guy.
They all.
You know what's funny? I've seen the AirPods, and I always thought that's why they did that too. And it always seems like better audio, but it sounds way better now.
Well, it did. Like, to be honest, it did sound like he was making a phone call when I was watching the news. When
Yeah, but you'd think it would be better.
You'd think.
Yeah.
It's like the future. God, there's a little plastic thing in my ears. There's no cord attached to it. Come on, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Laid Back Tech Talk with Matt Carter.
I feel like
if you have a tech question, ask a bunch of people who don't know tech.
And I love how relaxed you are, laid back.
I know, that's what I noticed. You changed when you took those out. Now
Yeah,
you're just
I did. You know what? Because I was trying to be professional with my AirPods, but now I don't have them. It was really the linchpin holding my professionalism.
I really felt like as soon as you took those out, your doors opened up. You opened the gateway, the floodgates opened, and it's just
open.
like we're
willing
hanging
to
here.
receive.
I feel like actually this should be our new podcast, Pillow Talk. It looks
Pillow Talk.
I feel like if we were side by side in bed, this would be the exact view of like.
You
hold
could
on.
change your theme song to like a sensual waste of time. A sensual waste of time. You're like, oh, hi.
Hi.
Thanks for wasting your time here on the pillow with me.
We encourage scissoring if you're watching this with a
Okay.
partner with jeans on.
By the way,
Go ahead.
Can I just point out that you both have incredible hair? I just
Oh,
noticed that.
Oh,
Like Matt, you have great hair.
thank you so much for saying.
Like wavy, nice and wavy, because your hair isn't always that long, is it?
I had told myself I would no longer be a guest on this show, but then when Julian said there was a video component being added, I'm like, well, I got a haircut this week, and I am getting ready to show it off.
Did you get a haircut?
I did. I got my first cut post, I don't know, combination of baby and COVID, you know, and so.
Well, I did too. Jen cut my hair this week. Very similar.
Yeah, I
hair.
cut it.
Let me do a
That's
side
really
by
good.
side.
That's great. I like it.
Let me
Looks
do.
good.
I was hoping he wouldn't give me any flack while I gave him a haircut this time. 'Cause-
Back in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
In 2008, Alex Wood gave us the nickname of the Betty and Veronica of the Ottawa comedy scene.
Loosen it up a bit. The curls. See how Matt's
But it applies
curls are a bit
now.
looser?
Yeah.
You gotta, give it a shake there. Oh, okay.
My curls are too tight. Anyway, did you?
No, but if you're a guy and you have good hair like that, you're the envy of many, many men in their 30s and 40s. Like, I know you guys are in your 30s, but like guys, as you get older, they must be like, your hair. You're
It's a hang-on game, you know? And there is something to be said about the texture of it. You know, I've got good body, curls, volume, you know?
Is there any routine?
I love how you're owning it.
What
You're
do you do
owning
to
it.
What do I do to it?
Yeah.
I try not to wash it too much.
I was just going to
Oh my
ask
God,
that.
he's the same way.
Yeah.
That's about it, really.
Although I have heard that if you wash it, it's good for preventing hair loss.
Oh.
Because it exfoliates your scalp anyways, whatever. That's what I've heard.
Well, what I do once in a while, I don't wash it that often, but once in a while I'll throw some condish in there just so it doesn't reek.
Oh my God.
I throw some glue in it so that whatever I would lose, it just hangs on.
Some Gorilla Glue, you want that?
Gorilla Glue.
You got some good laughs, Matt, for the curls, volume, and texture.
Hey, I've watched a Pantene Pro V commercial. I know the words.
Remember the Kurt Hartnett Pert Plus commercials from the 90s?
Kurt Hartnett. Who is that?
Wasn't he a cyclist? Could you look up Kurt Hartnett?
Sure.
Wasn't he a cyclist or something like that? Anyway.
It's got to be weird sometimes as an athlete agent being like, listen, you're never going to be but you will be the shampoo guy. So
yeah.
You want do you want a boat or not? What do you want to do here?
I
remember when there's like there's always that random raptor who's like promoting a spaghetti brand. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's got to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't think I care.
I
think I'd
don't-
just be
I-
like, how
yeah.
big is the paycheck?
Same here. I don't think I
would.
I would pretty much do anything.
Especially as you're getting older as an athlete, you kind of know, like, okay, like we got to transition out of this bad boy. Kurt Hartnett is a 4-time Olympian who won 3 Olympic medals in his career, taking silver in the 1,000-meter time trial at Los Angeles 1984. But what did you want to know? His hair?
It's the sport.
You won a silver in best hair at the inaugural.
Yeah, what's the sport?
Canadian racing cyclist. Look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look at his hair. I wish I could show you.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna show it on the thing here.
He began cycling as a way to stay in shape for hockey. Oh. Competed in 4 Olympic Games, winning 3 medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze. He's also known for his hair. Just kidding. That's not on Wikipedia. But
but he did Pert Plus commercials in the 90s, and they were. I remember they were big. Oh yeah, he does have great hair.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love. Oh, that guy. He looks like you there in the bottom left. Look at.
Oh shit. Hold on. What?
I hate that commercials try to make you believe that if you use Pantene, your hair's gonna be like that. That guy could wash his hair and ivory.
No, the most egregious example is like the Jennifer Aniston Aveeno moisturizer.
Oh my God! Yes.
You know, it's like I rub a little oatmeal on my face and it gives me this cyborgish sheen. It's like, no, that's a lot of surgery.
No, it pisses me off too. Have I not said that a million?
No, it's funny you mentioned this because this has been Jen's thing for as long as those commercials have been on TV. Every time it comes on, she's like, "There's no way." You've turned on Jennifer Aniston just because of that.
Well, fuck you.
You're like, there's no way she uses that. I'm like,
it's like if she was signed to do like a campaign for the 1998 Toyota Tercel today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, I love my Toyota Tercel. You're like, no, you don't, Jennifer Aniston. You do not own a Toyota Tercel.
You have a driver, first of all. And no, and how is that legal even? How is that legal for her to be on camera saying, I use Aveeno? I don't use Aveeno, okay? Aveeno sucks, and it's a Shoppers Drug Mart brand, like pretty much. You get it at the drugstore. I don't use it. I'm too good for Aveeno. And Jennifer Aniston is in front of a camera going, I use Aveeno. Fuck you.
I found myself at the most peace when I'm shopping at Target. I'm Jennifer Aniston for Target.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you want to do that story? What other story you had? We had one more story for the Daily Dose, Matt. So we thought we'd wait for you to.
I was wondering if you could pull up a picture while we're talking
okay,
about it.
go ahead.
I sent a text to you, but that probably won't
text
work.
does nothing.
I know. Okay, look up this.
Okay,
right here.
look up this. What? Oh, Lil Uzi?
Yeah. So rapper Lil Uzi is it Vert? Vert has a diamond worth $24 million in his
I love
face.
you trying
Have you
to
seen this?
say hip hop names.
He has a
like,
diamond.
Look up this. Shows me on a piece of paper because didn't want to say it.
No, that's not why I didn't want to say it. Nice though. I
no
am
spoilers
cooler
in
than
the
you
live
think.
podcasting game.
Thank
Come on,
you.
Julian.
That's why I did it. I wanted to surprise the. No, I know, but you ruined it because I wanted to surprise.
Oh, but you asked me. You said, "Who? What's this? How do I?" And I said it.
No, after I because you already
sorry.
said the name, and I was wondering if I say Vert or Vert. I didn't know.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know about this little Uzi. Okay, I'm not the demo for him. Frigadig. Anyways,
what picture am I pulling up? Though? Any picture?
Say frigadig. Well, he has got a 20.
I think he has that tattooed in Latin on his ribcage. Frigadig.
Yeah.
Diamond
He's actually
in
in
his
a beef
forehead.
right now with Lil Frigadig.
That would be a good rap name.
Lil Frigadig would be pretty
Actually,
good.
that's a good rap name.
It's definitely a Canadian rapper.
Definitely a redhead Canadian rapper. What am I looking at?
Diamond in the forehead.
Diamond in the forehead?
Friggin' story sucks now.
No, it doesn't. This is great.
It's got 10 to 11 carats, and he actually tweeted out.
Oh, so he put a diamond in. Okay,
Yes.
I'm getting it now. I'm sorry, it took a minute.
So you know how like a lot of rappers will have grills, and they're trying like it's part of the culture to show like how affluent they are.
Yes.
This is the next level. He got a diamond put into the middle of his forehead.
Whoa.
And it's worth $24 million.
That's crazy.
He better not ride the Greyhound. Do you remember
Hold
that
on.
story when
Yeah,
somebody chopped someone's head off in the Greyhound?
All right, there it is. Okay, I did.
too dark?
Hold on, no, it's not dark enough. Everything's messed up on my computer. Okay, there's Matt. Sorry.
I'm back. Thank you for sharing that with me. I got to see it.
Oh my god. Okay, well, and is that it?
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are.
I thought it'd be a fun news topic to talk about with you guys.
My thoughts are that's crazy.
No, but isn't that it? Can you believe someone would go to that extent?
No, and yes at the same time.
Yeah.
You want one in your forehead?
No, but I would take one. I would put a not on my forehead, but I would put a diamond on my body, maybe on the back of my hand or in my palm. Not palm because I use my hands a lot, but maybe on the.
I use my hands a lot, as if it's different than anyone else. I personally use my hands a lot.
I'm just one of those people that it's weird, but I use my hands a lot. I know. Anyway, no, I don't know. Yes, it's insane. All right, this has been.
I think if you're gonna like really put something in, like surgically embed something into your skull, I mean, there probably is a more practical item. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like a flashlight or like a key to your house. You know what I mean?
Like the Volkswagen keys where you push the button and it comes out for you.
Yeah.
Out of the forehead.
You ever coming back from the grocery store? You got your hands full and you're like trying. I gotta put my groceries down. No way. I just got to bend over and put my face into the car door. And then there you go.
I like your thinking there.
I think you're onto something.
Or pressing an elevator button when you've got you're bringing a bunch of coffees back for a bunch of people. You could have like some kind of a pokey outy thing that comes out and just does.
There's a pokey outy thing. You could just put like a little stick and then it sort of allows like maybe a little bird to come and rest on your forehead and you're like halfway to a Disney princess. For the most part.
See, thank you, Matt. You made an effort to address my news story and Julian bailed on it. Oh, weird. Anyway. Anyway. Thank you for that.
All right.
You're welcome. I'm glad to. It's nice to see that he's doing well. You're really committed to that rap lifestyle, like, you know what I mean, like to being a performer. You're like, I've got face tattoos and a face diamond. It's like
I kind of feel bad for him because in the news story it actually said it does. Yeah, I agree with you. It does show that he's doing well, but I feel a little bit bad because in the news story the reporter revealed that he bought it in 2017 and he's still paying it off. So it's like,
it's
on layaway. Like you have your diamond in your head on layaway.
So it's like
that's like the equivalent of when Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $1 million. You know, he's like, one day I'm going to cash this.
Imagine
he's like, I'm going to put a diamond in my body that I can't afford, I haven't paid for yet. And I do not want the repo man to show up at my house with like a can opener or something like that.
Imagine, or one of those tick removers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine they remove it, you just have a scabby hole in your face.
That's a part.
What's that? Well, if you could picture a diamond in there, it was pretty sick. But now I've just got this gauze.
By the way, Matt, it was. I believe that was a $10 million check.
It was $10 million.
Well, you got to adjust for inflation and stuff like that.
But yeah, you're right, Matt. Once you do that, you are committed to the rap lifestyle.
Committed.
You're not getting a day job after that.
You're not. After that, you are not.
Although it could have the reverse effect, like a neck tattoo or face tattoo. You're not getting the job, but diamond in the face, you could be like you just own the place.
That's true. It's a power move for sure.
All right. Matt, how you feeling, by the way? So you did not sleep right now. You've been up since yesterday?
I slept for 4 hours or something like that. So that's pretty good. We dropped it. Like that was today's big first day at daycare for my older son.
How does it feel? Because in normal times it would feel it's a big deal to send your firstborn off to daycare.
It is a big deal.
During these times, it's even more of a big deal because he was born during a pandemic. So you guys were like nonstop 24/7 at home around each other. And now it's just like, okay, here you go. Here's my firstborn. Good luck.
That's right. We had a long, hard conversation about it, and we decided he's old enough to get COVID now, so we're sending him out. Man, there's something like it is like a bit of it's huge because he's just always been in our house. He's just always around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just always. He's never even had a guys' weekend. Like he's just always here.
Weekend. Well,
so today, like we drop him off, and I don't know what it is about the place too, but it's like, and it probably wasn't that bad, but I remember like there's a lady at the door, and you hand the kid off to this lady, and then she like walks him up. You say bye, and then they walk up the stairs. And I swear to God, like the door they chose to go through was like it had the vibe of like the Sarah Connor mental hospital from Terminator 2. You know what I mean? Like everything seemed like
heavy,
like a huey gray, and the door closes with that little like rectangle window, and the kid's like, ugh. and you're like, oh, great.
You just hear a metal clanging lock.
Yeah.
yeah.
Was he sad to leave? Was he freaked out?
I think like they kind of tell you, it's like, just don't linger. Don't make it a big deal. And then, and I think that's the thing, like he was kind of confused more than anything else. Like, hey, where are you? What? And then he's just kind of on his way to stuff.
He didn't cry?
He didn't cry.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. But I mean, who knows? Once he realizes that, we're not there.
So you ask later, maybe say how.
I think they're supposed to like give us a heads up, be like, hey, here's how things are going.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good start though, right there. Cause
it's a good start. The thing is two kids at home under 2 is a lot.
Oh,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
My youngest son Frank is a month old now, and so it's like they realize that there's a lot of it's like man-to-man defense. You're not playing a zone, okay? It's like you have your man, I have mine, and I'm going to see you at lunch. That's kind of how the day goes.
Makes sense.
There's I get the older guy because
you don't nurse. Yeah.
The patriarchy doesn't allow me to breastfeed. Thanks a lot. Jeff Bezos.
Just another, holding the man down once again.
And so it's just our house. It's just your house is a disaster. It's just like, so now I think kids off to daycare. Now we have an opportunity to maybe fold a shirt. We're going to try and fold one shirt today. And then call it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like one kid goes off to daycare and you're just in the same exact situation you were a month ago. It's not like, oh, kid goes off to daycare. All right, we get to it's like, oh no, we're still at home with a new kid.
Yeah.
No relief at all. Dana Carvey, old joke, had a joke about how his single friends would call him, and they'd be, because he had little young kids, and if you ever can find that, it's really funny. And he's like, single friends would call and say like, hey, what are you up to? And they're like they're in a daze. They're just in their house, greasy hair, zit right here, tired as fuck. And then they're just like, what are you up to? And they're like, oh, just, the kids, and you want to go for a brunch? And he's like, no, they're like, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just going for a frappuccino. Like, as if like their life is like nothing. And he's like, it was immersed in this world. So like, you just must be completely immersed in a world that's like.
It is very much like it's all consuming, but in like in a very like nice way.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like I think especially like right after our second son was born, I think my wife and I both had this like collective moment. The timing was terrible because it felt like half of the world was on fire or underwater at the same time. Like it was, and you had this like moment of like, oh my God, like what have we done? Like, is this a selfish endeavor to have kids during the end times? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I don't think that having kids is like a perfect excuse to take on this, like, put these blinders on and be like, well, I have kids now. I don't have to care about the rest of the world. But there is a nice element of feelings of like helplessness about the state of the world. And then but then you kind of turn and you're like, oh no, I have this like amazing little fun bottle of hope.
And so pure. Kids are just so pure. Like it reminds you, that, keeps you.
Although my youngest is cut with a lot of baby laxative right now, so he's not as pure as
a little B12.
A little,
do you, so it's been a month. So
it's been a month.
You're back in work? Have you done gigs? Are you starting to gig at all?
No, I have. It's just like, there's two things that I haven't done since my son was born. It's like stand-up comedy and baking.
Yeah. Well, how could you? I mean, it's just
hard. I am excited to get back, but it's just like, it sort of feels a little bit like that double Dutch thing where those two little kids are like spinning those ropes around and you're like, oh, when do I go? When do I make
it? I imagine
like this move.
Yeah. I imagine it would also feel weird to like, it's like 7:47 at night, and you're like, Emily's at home, the 2 kids. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go do a spot. See ya. You're just ducking out. That's good. A month old. Anyway, but I'm sure. I mean, you'll be out and about sooner than later. And I felt weird when I was at Absolute 2 weeks ago, and I sent you a message. I'm like, hey man, do spots, and I'm like. I sent the text and like 2 days go by. I'm like, he's not going to do, he's got a 2-week-old at home. Like, I'm going to go do guest spots at the club. Like, anyway, from the guy that clearly has no children.
But yeah, you're that guy from the Dana Carvey joke.
Yeah.
But no, but I think like, you do have to figure out a way to be a complete human at some point. And, it's like the idea of like, hey, why don't you take a shower? Take a shower? I have a 2-week-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a bunch of stuff. Like there's still stuff that you have to do
to
be a full human being. So
a shower.
Ooh, a shower.
So are you going to sleep today? What are you going to do?
I am going to sleep. It's going to be great. I think I'm very excited about a sleep.
Yeah, because a month old, I mean, baby Frank, he must be sleep. Does he sleep like a lot of naps?
All the time. It's his favorite thing, He just loves to sleep and fart and stuff like that.
Well, there you go.
Is he different are they different babies? Like, I hear that from parents sometimes that one baby's more difficult, didn't sleep that well. Another is much, much more chill. Do you find that the second baby...
It's great. I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't remember like I try to think back of like the newborn phase with my first son, and it's just like, it just seems like it's just not there. You know what I mean? I remember like based on some of the like conversational memories I have that I'm like, oh yeah, there was a period where it was extremely hard and we didn't sleep very much. And there's like, but like the day to day, I don't know, like it's tough to really, and maybe you forget stuff like that so that you will do it again
on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you remember, I remember a friend of ours, her sister had little kids all really young, and
the rapper Lil Kids? Is that
Lil Kids.
And she had said to me, have we met before? And I said, oh yeah, we did. We met like 2 years ago. She goes, oh, well, the reason I don't remember is because I have little kids. She said, when you're really, really exhausted, your memory suffers hardcore, like really bad. She said it's an actual thing with parents that are actually exhausted. Your memory is not good. So you might not remember because you're really tired.
Super tired.
Yeah. So
I was drinking a lot too during the newborn phase with my first son. So there's a lot of blackouts and stuff like that.
A lot of blackouts.
A lot of blacking out.
Were you putting PCP in the breads or?
A lot of, there's a lot of, I went through a memento phase where I was trying to like tattoo helpful parenting tips on my chest. When I looked in the mirror, be like, pick up the baby. Oh yeah, I have a baby. Yeah. That's a good reference. That's a good 25-year-old reference for your audience.
Is the thing they say true, or they go, well, if you've had one child, 2 is no different?
No, those people, that's completely wrong.
Right. That seems like insane.
I think that's one that sentiment applies once you're in the 10 to 12 kid ratio. You know what I mean?
Right. If you've had 12, if you've had 10, have 12. Yeah. Because 1 to 2, you're literally doubling.
That was a great Jimmy Dore joke where he was the youngest of, I think 13 kids or 12 kids. And he goes, people would always tell me, he's like, you really must know a lot. You must know a lot about yourself being in such a big family. And he goes, yeah, one thing I do know is I'm easily replaceable.
I love it.
He's like, oh, like probably wouldn't even be sad if I died. Like my mom would be like, oh no, Jimmy's dead. Now I only have the 11 of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you think back, like my grandmother, she had 10 kids, but she was pregnant 21 times. Like that's just a life of just being like your last 2 years, that for 20 years.
That's 2 decades of no cold cuts. You know what I mean? You can't even go get a cold cut trio at the old Subway.
No sushi.
Schenectady.
No one can say Skadook. Everyone's always like Skoodook, Schenectady.
Skip booty. New Brunswick.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
a lot of the places in New Brunswick I feel like were named options left at the end of the Scrabble game. You know what I mean? You're just like,
Yeah.
Instead of a Scrabble board, they're just looking at a map and they're like, okay, I got an N, 3 T's, and 4 I's. Let's just call it this.
It's like Yahtzee, but with Scrabble letters.
Yeah, you just throw the dice down.
Throw it down, whatever lands.
Whatever lands.
Schenectady.
Whatever lands, let's get a skidoo and have some fun.
Established today. All right, well, Matthew, our internet connection is unstable here. I apologize. So if it's been choppy, but it's clean on our end, I believe. But I'm just getting now a internet connection unstable notification, which is annoying as fuck. But we gotta go. We gotta wrap up. I gotta go to Quebec City. I gotta set you up for your keynote, Matt. We love you. Always great chatting. Follow Matt Carter at Cartergan on social media. Stream his album Northbound Baby everywhere you stream albums. The very funny and talented Matt Carter. Look for upcoming dates when he becomes a normal human again. And always...
that could be a good title for your next CD, Normal Human Again.
Normal Human Again. Guys, it's such a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. It's always a treat. You know what I mean?
Ditto.
I love watching you guys on the borders of a fight as I'm getting ready to come on the show.
Right?
And then I get in there like that kid who's trying to keep their parents together.
And you know what? Successful at it.
Oh.
Yay!
I did it.
All right, buddy. There he goes. The one, the
Safe
only.
travels. Happy keynoting, everybody.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk
ya.
soon, Matt. Say hi to Emily.
Say hi to Emily.
Will do.
Okay, bye.
Matt Carter, everybody. There he is. There he goes. Always fun chatting, catching up with Matt. I say this every time, but it's always good because we kind of have two different type of guests on the show. We have people that we interview and find out more of what they do, and then we have hangouts.
Yeah, we have our friends.
Matt's in the hangout category,
Yeah.
which is no prep. You just come on and we talk about whatever the hell.
I love it.
And then,
he's so funny too.
Yeah, he's just naturally
charming, funny, nice guy. Great hair.
Great hair.
Well, maybe you should wash it.
Oh, well, I thought he did. That's the thing. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't wash it enough.
You're gonna do that. You're so bratty.
All right, well, let's go for the close.
Get the news
Why are we doing this?
Because we never close.
Daily dose.
Who cares? You don't have to.
All your news from coast to coast.
I feel like we only need to do the beginning. We
Oh,
should start
come on.
doing just the beginning.
All right. Whatever.
Whatevs.
Jeez, fun police. Oh my God. Will you be mad if I isolate that? I need that laugh.
Why?
Because it was perfect. It was uninterrupted, isolated. It was perfect. Just you.
Well, the only way
I'm definitely isolating
the
that.
only way you can do that is if you take one of them off. It's kind of like purging. You can't bring in new clothes
All right.
unless you're going to
Which
get
one
rid
do we
of.
take off? This one?
I think those are interchangeable.
This one?
Well, maybe you should wash it. I don't like that one. Yeah, get that one. I don't know. I love you do. Oh.
Why? Why so mad?
All right. Oh, that's not right.
I am in a rush.
Okay, let's go.
What do you mean?
Let's wrap her up. I don't really feel like hearing myself make noises through the sound.
Well, you said you have to get rid of one.
Just
so I
get
said
rid of
what-
one. I hate them all. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. We're off tomorrow, but we'll be back Friday with Miller Crosby, ladies and gentlemen. Miller. Oh, you can't really hear the applause. People are clapping for Miller. All right. What is this? Happy birthday?
Sounds
2,
old-timey.
3. It's hard to sing to.
Well, we don't have to do a song, do we?
This sounds like a French song, like a French pop song. Oui.
I can be your hero.
Doesn't it sound like it's about to start?
It sounds like a mixture of two genres.
Yeah, but it's just about to start here. Coucou, Madame Aloha, coucou.
What's a cuckoo?
Cuckoo is like a hey. Anyway. All right. You're right. We don't have to do a song every time.
Well, you're in a rush.
I want to make enough money in my life, not too much that I don't know what to do with it, but enough that I can have a diamond encrusted in my forehead. I don't know. You're right, we don't always have to do a song. This one is only 37 seconds long, so I thought we could do it, but even that is a challenge. Good night now. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening and subscribing on your favorite podcast platform, whatever that is. Reminding you on Apple Podcasts to leave a review. It makes a difference in the world. All the difference in the world. Smash that like button on YouTube. Share on Facebook. Follow on Instagram. Like on Facebook. Join the...
Don't tell me nothing I don't need to know.
All right.
Snort.
We'll be back on Friday morning
I got a head like a...
with Miller Crosby. Thanks to Matt Carter. Thanks to Jen Grant. Jen, I love you.
Love you.
It's all orange. The screen is all orange.
Okay.
White balance is off. Here, let me do this. Oh, yeah. See how now you're like not orange and then go slowly. Yeah, back to yellow.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you Friday. Thanks, Matt Carter. Go follow him.
Yeah,
We love you.
Bye-bye.
And until then, watch your heads, ladies and gentlemen. Watch your
got such a beautiful waste of time. Waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Wandering eyes and itchy feet. I'm just a thin, nervous shadow walking backwards down the street. The landing is bitter, but the falling is oh so sweet. It's just a waste of time, a beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. The whole world wants a piece of my head, but they all get a piece of my mind instead. I roll over and go back to bed. It's such a beautiful waste of time.